Good afternoon. Here is the iPower 102.7 FM Media News. I am Inioluwa Adekoya. First, the headlines. Ondo Assembly passes 2026 budget. National Assembly revise and reworks budget. On the foreign scene, countries join South Africa against Israel. And in sports, Shell admits making wrong decisions. Details of this and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Glad to have you back, and now the news in detail, beginning from the home front. The Ondo State House of Assembly, in a bid to make a significant step in the state fiscal planning for the coming year, has passed into law the 524.41 billion naira 2026 appropriation bill, with an increment of 31.61 billion naira over the original proposal submitted by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The House had previously committed the budget proposal to its Committee on Finance and Appropriation for detailed scrutiny and defense by ministries, departments, establishments, tertiary institutions, and agencies. Presenting the committee report at the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, the chairman of the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Oluwole Ogumolashui, said the committee observed that the fiscal document adequately reflected current economic realities. Moving to Ekiti State, the Federal Road Safety Corps Ekiti State Command has deployed 735 special marshals, 13 patrol vehicles, 2 ambulances, and 1 tow truck across the state to avert road crashes in the state. This was contained in a statement signed and made available to newsmen by the Command Public Relations Officer Tajuddin Balogun. The operation is poised to exhibit total zero tolerance for any form of traffic infractions that can directly or indirectly cause or induce road crashes as the state celebrates festive season. The National Assembly has approved the revised 43.5 trillion naira 2024 Appropriation Act and a reworked 48.3 trillion naira 2025 budget framework, with the 2025 fiscal year extended to March 31st, 2026 to address revenue shortfalls, weak capital execution, and overlapping budget cycles. At the Senate, the revised budget were approved after the adoption a consolidated report of the Committee on Appropriation, presented by its chairman, Senator Solomon Adeola Ogunwest. The exercise was described as to align Nigerians' budget architecture with current fiscal realities, address implementation gaps, and restore discipline to the budgeting process. You're still listening to Midday News from iPower 102.7 FM Emure Ileowo. Still to come, on the foreign scene, countries join South Africa against Israel. And in sports, Shell admitted making wrong decisions.
Whether you're tuning in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community updates, Hyper 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. Hyper FM 102.7.
Welcome back, and now to the foreign scene. Belgium has formally joined the case launched by South Africa at the International Court of Justice, alleging Israel is committing genocide in the Gaza Strip, as contained in a statement from the ICJ. South Africa brought the case in December 2023, arguing that Israel's war in Gaza violates the 1948 UN Convention on Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. In solidarity of the case, other countries including Brazil, Colombia, Ireland, Mexico, Spain, and Turkey have also joined the proceedings. Meanwhile, Israel has rejected the allegation and criticized the case. Still on the foreign scene, where Venezuela has told the United Nations Security Council that the United States has continental ambition to remove the government of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Venezuelan UN Ambassador Samuel Moncada informed a meeting of the 15-member UNSC that he wants to alert the world that is the first target of a larger plan of national security strategy, which states that the future of the continent belongs to the U.S. Venezuela earlier this month requested that the UNSC meet to address the ongoing U.S. aggression, which began in September when the White House launched air strikes against vessels in the Caribbean Sea and Eastern Pacific Ocean, without providing any evidence that the vessels were trafficking drugs to the U.S. And now to the sporting arena, where the head coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Schell, has admitted that he made some poor decisions despite the 2-1 victory over Tanzania on yesterday. Schell, when speaking with newsmen after the match, said he made a lot of choices. Some were good, some were not so good. He, however, concluded that his vision is intact. Nigeria began their 2025 African Cup of Nations campaign with 3 points as they chased the 4th continental title. Sami Ajayi opened the scoring for the Eagles before Charles Mbomba equalized for Tanzania, while Ademola Lookman then struck the winning goal 2 minutes later. To end the iPower 102.7 FM midday news, let's take another look at the main points. We told you in the course of the bulletin that the Ondo State House of Assembly, in a bid to make a significant step in the state fiscal planning for the coming year, has passed into law the 524.41 billion naira 2026 appropriation bill, with an increment of 31.61 billion naira over the original proposal submitted by Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. We also informed you that the National Assembly has approved the revised 43.5 trillion naira 2024 Appropriation Act and a reworked 48.3 trillion naira 2025 budget framework, with the 2025 fiscal year extended to March 31st, 2026 to address revenue shortfalls, weak capital execution and overlapping budget cycles. On the foreign scene, we informed you that Belgium has formally joined the case launched by South Africa at the International Court of Justice, alleging Israel is committing genocide in the Gaza Strip, as contained in a statement from the ICJ. And finally, in the sporting arena, we informed you that the head coach of Super Eagles, Eric Schell, has admitted he made some poor decisions despite a 2-1 victory over Tanzania yesterday. And that was the iPower 102.7 FM midday news, edited by Lekon Alade. I am Inioluwa Adekoya. Many thanks for listening and a beautiful afternoon to you.
Ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí tí kò ní tàbí ṣùgbọ́n ojúlówó ìròyìn láti ìkànnì iPower 102.7 èmùrí ọ̀wọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́. Ẹ káàsán, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ látàárọ̀, àsìkò pọ̀pọ̀ ṣìṣẹ́ ayẹyẹ ọdún kérésì. Ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rírè láti ìkànnì iPower 102.7 FM èmùrí ilé ọ̀wọ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo. Esther Bámidélé ní oníròyìn. Ṣáájú ẹ gbọ́ kókó inú ìròyìn náà.